See, it's quite a few people who you done join in right here. It's just a little impromptu live. Uh, there might be some noises occasionally around me and all. The guys are working. Melinda's doing a little yard work. Things are going on. But I just want to spend a little time with you guys here this morning. So let's see who all's joined in here. I see Jim. Good morning. Drew. Good morning. Chasing Asian Queen. Good morning. Alan G. Good morning. Let's see here. Who else here? We got Patty Gooden. Tune in from Tokyo. Wow, that's nice. Nice place to be. I should be in Texas baling hay. Actually, hay baling took place on my property. I have it leased out to my cousin. That's a rancher, all the way back in like April. Tony's Homestead. Hello from Alabama. Who wants to be in Texas when you have this amazing place he has here? I love Texas too. In fact, I'm going to see Texas here soon. Mel and I are. We're going to go there and visit for a few weeks and handle some business, try to rid some more things. But I love my life here, but I still love Texas, man. I love our property there in Texas. I look forward to, I know I got a whole ocean here behind me, but I look forward to just going fishing in the pond behind the house, you know. It is what it is. Let's see right here. Let's see who wants to be in Texas. Then we had Patty, Boat Beach Bananas, nothing more needed. It's pretty true, pretty true. I try to keep up with some of these comments. I might get behind every once in a while. Just going to relax here and just enjoy this morning here with you guys. It's coming along pretty good here. Yesterday I enjoyed my friend David came and spent the afternoon with us. Our friends Patrick and Leah came and spent the afternoon with us, and no special event or nothing, just hanging out. Leah brought Melinda some plants, and it's nice to enjoy with that. And as you see in the thumbnail, all of those young ladies, y'all might be wondering where them young ladies are. That is some cousins that are going to college, preparing to go to college, and that's their classmates, and they all came here and swam at the beach, and they did karaoke up here, karaoke and food, and man, that's exactly what we built this place for, where groups of people can come and have fun. Those kids, as I'll call them, some of them are becoming adults now. They were extremely happy here and enjoyed this place from top to bottom, everywhere. Played volleyball, swam. I put floats out on the water for them. They played with those floats, big old river floats I have, you know, and tubes and all, and just an absolute good time. And it felt so rewarding because that's what we built this place for. And so I'm not trying to be deceptive. I just wanted to share that picture of all of them here enjoying and having a good time. And there was a whole lot more than just in that picture, and other family members and all here as well. And it was a really good time, good time. So let me see where else I'm at here. I don't use StreamYard or nothing like that, so y'all bear with me. I just got a pop-out chat window here in YouTube itself. See what else is happening. You worked hard and built yourself a nice life. Absolutely. And I'm still working hard. Yeah. Phil Coleman, Yokas, keep on keeping on. Heck yeah. Moonbeam, hello James Mel, hello to you. See what else we got here. We got Nate, hi sir, saying hello from Florida. Well man, I love Florida, hello to you. Texas Bubblehead, good morning. Long time viewer right there as well. Jim Schultz, good morning. Getting a photo from upstairs on the screen. Yeah. RJ's Filipino American Adventures, good morning to you too. Andrew Wilson, good morning. Nice to you to see hi from Montreal, Canada. That's nice. Nor Barbros, good morning. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. I'm just a Texas slang redneck. Denny B, good morning, Denny B. Another long time subscriber and viewer of our channel that we felt that we've really built a rapport with as well. We love our viewers, man. Y'all been some great subscribers. We may not be the biggest channel out there, but I guarantee we had the most loyal subscriber base that you could ask for. Very little nonsense ever. Don't get bombarded with trolls. We just run a clean channel. I tell the truth even when it hurts people's feelings sometimes, and just enjoy life, and that's what it's all about. And we have all of you to help enjoy it with, and I appreciate it. And all of you that have come seen us through the years, and I just can't even say enough how enjoyable it's been for that, and I hope it continues on. I did a little intro trailer for a video I did the other day, and I took a bunch of pictures of people that came and seen us, but the problem is that I wasn't able to include all of them in that video because part of them were on another laptop and drive that I didn't have it available to me right then to get all of them. So if I left some of your pictures out, don't get butthurt. It wasn't intentional or nothing like that, okay? It was just that I did not have all of them available. And I've been slowly working in the background of putting a video together of a timeline of the channel growing, and mixed in that timeline of all of the visitors. And it's just going to be a fun little video kind of throw out there and show some appreciation back to you all. No, I'm not a billionaire. Not yet. Never quit dreaming. I just don't even know if a billionaire's life is a normal life. I think you sell your life to money, and you can never just enjoy the truly simple things in life. Yeah. I think it's actually probably more of a plague and than anything. You're always going to have a monkey on your back. Let's see who else we got going here. Just bear with me here. So we got Revelation Rancher. I'm going to try to set this up a little bit better where I don't have to lean over here so far to try to read the screen. I have to be careful of a glare coming behind me. It makes it hard for me to read it. So we got Revelation Rancher. My wife is from Makati. Now, I enjoy going to Makati. Mel and I do, and spend time there. Nice city in BGC. Dave Thomas. Hello from Pensacola, Florida. Appreciate you, Dave, also. Poets Corner, James is sexy, you're a mess. Michael Ryan, hey, Delaware and Pavia says hello. Thank you very much. So many of you have been with us for so long, and I really appreciate all of you. Big Time 911. Well, hello, Big Time. Let's see. Deval Dan. Hello, ladies and germs. So us men are the germs, huh? Carissa, I've traveled to Bahal for 6 months to my farm, and then back to Maryland for 6 months in the summer. Yeah, you know, I definitely know how that is. And good morning to you, by the way, and thank you for joining in. I don't know which side you're on right now, if you're in the Maryland side or the Bahal side, so good morning or good evening accordingly. But 6 months on, 6 months off is what I've done pretty much most of my adult life coming to the Philippines. I say most of my adult life. I'm 54. I was 35 and a half when I came here. And I have spent all of that time spending about 50-50 between the Philippines and the United States. Not always in a 6-month stint. Usually 3 or 4 months, and then back to the U.S. about the same amount of time. Back to the Philippines. And by the time the year is done, I spent pretty much 50% in the Philippines, 50% in the USA. But now I want to tip those scales to where it's going to be about 90% Philippines and maybe 10% USA. We'll see how that works out. But I'm honestly not missing there much. Nothing against the country or the people or anything like that. I just really enjoy my life right here. But I'm still a patriot, and I'm still proud of all the amazing things that uh, my country holds, my state holds, the amazing things that we've done in this world, the inventions, the modernizations. But sometimes you can get too consumed with all of that as well. And I'm not going to get preachy. Yeah, 50-50. It's not a bad way, but with prices on some of these airlines, it can really get costly. So probably 6 months is better than doing every 3 or 4 months like we were doing. And I was doing by myself for years. Ireland, Melbourne, Australia. Yeah, so I have to sometimes wrap my world around the global events. And so it is actually New Zealand and Australia's winter time then, right? It's your cold time. I follow a couple guys down in Australia, and one of them's a boater. That I like him, Harper Shed. And of course he was winterizing his boat and doing things and talking about this summer and all. I thought, yep, I had to wrap my mind around that. It's the cold time there. I've seen someone wearing jackets and things like that. So it's pretty neat how the planet works. Back home, it's hot summer. In Texas right now, it's been running in the 100s in Fahrenheit, and with a lot of humidity. It's been hitting like 105 with like a heat index of 110, 115, which is dangerous heat with that humidity. I'm not missing that. If anybody thinks it's hot in the Philippines, go have yourself a Texas summer. I know you're going to say Arizona, Nevada, Utah, all these places. A little bit more dry heat. You come over and hit that humid hot heat. Hot heat. A little oxymoron there, kind of repetitive, but yeah, it's hot. And check that out and see how it cooks your egg. Boy, it is something else. So let's move on right here. It's the Jerry Coffee. Hello, James, from here in Kentucky. Nice state, very nice state. Hello to you there, Jerry Coffee. I'll have a sip of coffee on you right here. Mike's Philippine Retirement. First time I've seen your live stream. Well, hello, Mike, man. Mike, we sure like you. You seem to be just a down-to-earth fellow, and I appreciate you joining in very much. I'm hoping that we can catch up with each other soon, and thank you for joining us, Mike. Let's see, is it Janet? Is that the Asawa name or the girlfriend name? So Harry, I hope I don't get nothing wrong. Don't beat me up if I did. Harry Walsh, hello from a rainy day in Deer Park, New York. We have a smoke coming down from Canada, and the rain season seems to have eliminated it for now. Well, that's good if it eliminates any kind of fire or smoke coming down. Man, past couple of years in parts of Canada and the western side of the U.S., it's just been brutal. Brian, good morning, James. Beautiful views from Arizona. Good morning to you. Melinda's best friend lives in Arizona. Her and Patrick, KFA and Patrick. Chasing my Asian queen. He's in Vero Beach, Florida. A lot of Floridans here. Danny says all good. A Poet's Corner is in southern Georgia. I have a lot of family roots over in Georgia before they migrated on to Texas. The very beginning of the state, my family won what they call a land lottery. Back when the original colonies and states, and as the states were progressing and new states was coming on, they would do these land lotteries. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I'm running on Starlink right now. Occasionally there's a little gap in coverage, and so we'll get maybe occasionally a little breakup. But I was talking about those land lotteries. If anybody knows, back in the early days of the beginning of the statehoods in the United States, my family all down that eastern coast. So I'll back up first. We were some of the very first settlers that stepped on from Europe there, as far as with the British and all. onto land there, and we began all the way down that coast. One of my family members was a land surveyor for the British government, establishing and mapping for roads and for townships and all of those things. Of course, when the American Revolution took place, they flipped to be part of the Revolution, and so that's why even my daughters are listed as some of the daughters of the Revolution, and because our family was a direct part in that. But I digress, just kind of telling a side story. So my family worked down that eastern coastline all the time when new states was coming on. We always seemed to win the land lottery. Yeah, we always seemed to get the land lottery. And back then, tobacco farming, things like that was huge. So same thing in Florida, then across in Alabama, Mississippi, coming over to Louisiana. The family, by then it wasn't a land lottery, they just migrated over in the northern part of Louisiana, edge of Arkansas. Some of the brothers did. Some of them went to Nacogdoches, Texas. Some of them went to far west Texas, and some went up around Bowie and Wichita Falls. And what they did in Texas is, once again, they ended up with a bunch of Spanish land grants and got huge sections of land on Spanish land grants. So yeah, I guess it was good on them back then. But sometimes they were land rich and cash poor, and that happened quite a bit with the family. A lot of times land rich and cash poor, and the family through generations having wives and marriages and kids. The land got broke up into tinier and tinier sections and sold, and now it's just all in the patchwork out there everywhere, and no large sections exist anymore. So give me a little side story of that, in case any of you didn't know. I like history, and I like sharing history. And I have a deep history from the start in the U.S., so I am still a proud American. Let's see where we're at right here. So we got hello and Deer Park, New York, man. And we were on that one just a minute ago. Then we had Vero Beach, Florida. Then we had Denny B. Then we had Southern Georgia. Catching up where I was at. I had to move the screen here. It jumped on me. Wade saying hello to Harry. Denny B's giving them to me. And hello from Oklahoma. Thank you, Oklahoma, for joining in and keeping Texas from falling off into the Gulf Coast. That's a joke. He probably knows what it is too. Those Texans will probably chime in. Brian, greetings from is that St. Cloud, Florida? Man, a lot of Floridians here. Appreciate you guys. Wow, Texas Bubblehead, thank you so much. Here's some gas money in case you drive through Ennis and film again. I like Ennis. Ennis is a nice town, man. It is. Ennis is 2 towns over from my town back in Texas, and he is from, I guess what we would say down in our parts, he's from our neck of the woods. Yeah, he is from our neck of the woods. And so I tell you what, Mel and I will probably get out and about, and we'll share a little video from over there. Agreed, love your channel, and wondering why you've not got 100,000 subs yet. We all need to keep spreading the word. I appreciate that. You know, I don't go out begging for subscribers. I don't ask. One of those little interruptions again. I don't know. I probably should have marketed myself better. I didn't. Some people choose controversy to grow their channel. I didn't choose that path either. Some people, which is really a good thing to do, will do a lot of collabs with other vloggers, and that helps grow their channel. But the problem for us here is that, you know, we're not vlogger rich right here in Iloilo. It's myself. Now, there's other channels, and there's Filipino channels now. I'm aware of that. But on the most part, it's probably like myself and Michael and Bianca with That's Philippine Life, which were also viewers and subscribers of our channel. Or I don't know if they ever subscribed, but they were viewers of our channel for a long time before they were here, right here, doing videos. And they're a great couple. we just kind of keep missing each other with everything going on. It's mostly my fault more than theirs that we haven't collabed. There's just not a whole lot of local channels that are sizable channels that we can collab with. And being here with the build all the time, it's kind of has you locked down, you know, like you created your own prison while you're building. If you want to build at the level that I'm building at and the quality that I'm building at, you need to be hands-on. And so it's kept me from having the freedom to travel too much to go work with other vloggers and do the things like some do, you know, end up on Filipino P or Old Dog and, you know, all that. Mark asked the interview and I just wasn't up to it that day. Mark Thornton, I just wasn't up to it, and he respected that, and he's a nice guy. He was not pushy or nothing. His wife interviewed Melinda, but and Paul, Old Dog, I didn't want to just go try to jump on somebody's channel. I went and we just sat and had an enjoyable time visiting, having a real world talk and talking about their future and their life and choices and comparing with ours. We had just good heart-to-heart talk. So maybe in the future, if I'm back down that way, I'm sure we will be. We have plans to be. We'll do some collabs with some other channels. Mike on here, I would enjoy to do a collab with him. There's several channels that I would enjoy that, and that really helps grow your channel for everyone. But I appreciate the support, and nonetheless, I have rock solid viewers without a lot of trolls or anything like that. Look how clean it is here right now. So that is also really good because you've got some real deal people here with you. So let me see here. Let's see how you say that. Padrito is watching from San Diego, California. Nice place, nice place. Thank you for watching. Robert, howdy from the Poconos. Well, howdy to you. Lonnie, hello Lonnie. Good to see you here. Y'all check out Lonnie's channel right there. Maybe I'm gonna say this wrong. Super Goku 1. I know that sounds like a character from Japanese or something. It really is. But Lonnie, go check, look his name up and go to his channel. He builds these little boats out of like things like PVC and barrels and buckets and just simple things that you can come up with. And he builds these cool little boats and stuff on his channel. Gets huge views, and are very interesting. He does some other little solar and wind project things and all. Y'all check out Lonnie. Lonnie is married to a Filipina, and he has recently left the Carolinas and came here and is living here in Iloilo right now. And we occasionally see Lonnie and all, and his very nice wife. They're great people, and he's going to continue on as soon as he gets past his creative block right now with same thing. They're doing some housework. It's hard to concentrate on what he's needing to do as far as a project for his channel while he's got a lot of housework going on. But he's going to continue on building some cool little projects, and this time from the Philippines. So stay tuned and go check out Lonnie's channel. It's the one right there. It says, "Hi James." If y'all are looking, it says Super Goku 1. Go check that out and watch some of his videos. If y'all like creativity and all, definitely go check it out. And Lonnie's just a super nice guy. Poets Corner, are you a billionaire? Yeah, I saw that one earlier. No sir, I am not. Randy Lee, love your channel from San Angelo, Texas. That's a nice place out there too. Very well is, and thank you very much. Gustavo, hello from Central California. Thank you very much, Gustavo. And you must be up where all the beautiful farmland is. Fred Patterson, and I wonder how that's holding up right now. Do y'all still have the droughts? Were they able to bring more water down through the aqueducts and canals to get water to those farmlands? If you know, kind of comment there and tell me. I'm curious how things are working out there. Fred Patterson, good morning. James, love your videos. Or I said morning, didn't say good morning. But good morning to you, Fred. Jose says, "Hi James, one of your big Phil Texan follower here in Austin, Texas. Like your shirt, hook 'em horns. That's right. That is right. Thank you very much for that. And thank you very much for being a follower. Maybe we can visit with each other sometimes. Paratrooper in the Philippines. Actually, and let's speak about that for a second. Austin, Texas has a pretty good Filipino community there. And they actually have some Filipino stores there as well that you can go buy if you're missing things from home back here in the Philippines. Snacks and foods, and they got some eateries and things like that. So that's a pretty cool thing there in Austin too, is you can still grasp those Philippine things like you can down in Austin and all in Dallas, Garland, Richardson, up where we're at, Fort Worth, everything as well. So yeah, Filipinos are alive and well in Texas. Yes, they are. Why did you guys quit the fish pond? So all right, let's just that y'all are really persistent about that fish pond. I'm going to tell you, I'd rather not tell because I don't like negativity, but the fact is that my workers seem distracted by the fish pond. I would catch them constantly just hanging out around it and licking their lips. I'm not sure who did it, but some people were. I'm not saying it was my workers, okay? But that's why I don't want to address this really. But I found fish hidden down by some trees. It was being swapped out of there. The fish were not that big a deal anyway, because I didn't have the pond really set up to truly produce yet, because we need to focus on the house more than that. Those fish we just got out of this hole back here that came up. Y'all know, you've seen the video. They were the native kind that don't ever grow very big. They're not like the really good like black tilapias or the reds or anything that get a nice size to them. They were always going to be small, so it's no big deal on that. And then it just wasn't time for it. It was distraction. And we're back again. None of them really ever raised tilapia. All they know is what somebody else did, what somebody else did, which is their way of doing it here. And just like hollow block and renderings, their way to do it here, even when it's done sometimes very sloppy. And I wasn't wanting to do things the conventional way. I was wanting to do things with a little bit more nature, as you know, and feeding natural things from the papaya trees, from the banana, from malunggay, to all these natural ways. That what if you can't get commercial feeds? You know it, y'all seen my videos. But man, they're just constantly wearing at Melinda's ear, trying to advise her how the canoe's doing it wrong. It started to become from being a relaxing thing with me to a stressful thing. While I have all of these other people here that are all trying to be know-it-alls and be up in my business. And, you know, and Melinda, every time she will listen to them before she'll listen to me on everything, it's been that way the whole build-up. The whole entire build-up. Like, they still can't grasp how these cantilever beams are holding this weight out over these verandas right here. In their mind, it's just going to snap off. And they go to Melinda all the time. Oh, he's putting tile over those now. It's just going to break. They do not understand the power and the strength that's in a properly made cantilever beam. And we have to still deal with that one to this day. I told her we could go get a crane and set my pickup up here and it's still not going to affect it none. But she thinks we're going to get 10, 15 people up here and they're just going to fall off. And so the final straw is that I wanted to harvest those little native tilapia and enjoy them here with the workers and the family right here on the property, maybe at break times and things like that. And so I was going to start slowly harvest them off, and then I was just going to stop the pond till the house build was done, that I could build everything over the way that I really truly wanted it, okay? But one day, between Melinda and one of her brothers, they decided they're going to harvest all the fish and they're going to go next door, and there's some kind of celebration going on. They're all going to eat them over there. And there was boys over here with nets and they got buckets and they're ready to harvest my fish without me even being a part of it. And I was mad. I looked out and seen them preparing to harvest all those fish, and then Melinda was mouthy, what are you going to do? Just let them sit there stacking? And everything, you know, I was enjoying and all was about to just disappear. And I got mad, and I sent them packing. And there was some heated words here that day between Melinda and I as well. And I got tired of everybody in my business. And I got tired of them worrying about my fish. They're my fish. They're nobody else's. They're my fish. And so over the days after that, we harvested some here with the workers. They cooked them up. And then finally, one day I had them harvest all of them and divide them up amongst themselves. And I gave them away to all of my workers even. I had them get pails and divide them up evenly. And my crew that I enjoy and love, y'all take them home, enjoy them. They weren't that big anyway because they're just those little native. And I stopped the fish until this work is done. And I'm going to decide if I'm even going to continue a fish pond there because it's supposed to be relaxing and enjoyable. And it became a stress in my life. I can get so much fish right here off the ocean anyway. I don't know. We might make it into a pool. I'm just going to be really honest. We might make it into a pool. But for now, I'm not going to deal with that stress. I'm just not going to deal with it. And I really hadn't wanted to tell all that. But every day in my comments there's somebody bringing up about those fish. Well, it came crashing to an end. The fish weren't going to grow anymore anyway. They hadn't reached their max size. But it wasn't the way I wanted it to be. And all during that time trying to grow them, it had actually been a stressful deal because other people back talking to my wife behind me, filling her ear full of bull, and then she regurgitating that to my ear like I don't know what I'm doing. And I wasn't enjoying it, I'll just tell you the truth. So there you got it. I hope enough of you watch it that it closes that question. Yeah, and it's been way more peaceful since they've been gone, and I don't have to worry about it. And I got a freezer full of really nice first-class fish. So there you go. Let's move on. Mitchell Moon, good day from Tennessee, James. Yep, another great state, Tennessee. I like Tennessee. Wow, Wade from Montana. Melinda is wanting to go to Montana. She pushes to me all the time that she wants her and I to go spend time in Wyoming and Montana. And I think it's probably going to happen. I would like to do that as a fall trip, but that's the same time of year I really like to be here too. So I may have to sacrifice it and do that for Mel. Charlie, hello James, love your channel from Australia. Appreciate you guys too, Charlie, all the way from down under. A lot of great viewers from down there for a long time. Let's see, Drew, 111 watching, 32 likes. Well, maybe they don't like me. Appreciate that, Drew. Donnie Porter, hello from Kansas. Thanks for all the great videos. Boy, big farming state. That's a breadbasket state right there. It helps feed the world. Clifford Smallwood, and thank you for that very much, Donnie, by the way. Clifford Smallwood, U.S. billionaires are just normal people just like you. Ha ha. Yeah. Let's see. And end up on a hot plate always. You know, crab mentality. Somebody always wants to pull you down. Tony's Homestead at Mike's Philippine Retirement. I'm here because I heard you mention this channel. Well, that's pretty cool. Thank you much for that. Revelation Rancher. Hey, if my wife and I come over for a vacay, can we rent one of your rooms for a couple of days? Absolutely. That's what they're there for. Get with us. And now, I just tell you, Mel's filing our business license right now because we want to be all up and up with the BIR and everything. If you was to get a room from us right now, any proceeds we are getting, I'm just donating it to the barangay up here for projects at the basketball court, at the barangay hall, at the chapel, and all. And until we have, it'll just be considered a friendly donation, and that's what I'll do with it. In fact, Angelo, he had gave us money for when he was here, and I said, look, Angelo, you give me this money, I'm just going to go up here and donate it. You just consider that a gift to Mel and I, and we're going to go donate it because I want to keep everything we do on the up and up. Now listen, I'm not out chasing money from you guys, but I set up a membership deal, okay, here on YouTube. And if you'll go check those memberships out, some of those memberships, if you become a member, part of the perks of being that member is that you get a room stay here, okay? So there's a trade-off there. That way you're getting something from what you spent. You're not just giving me money here, okay? And mailing off. So I want you to check out those memberships and you'll see. So if you say you're a member 3-4 months, that's 3 or 4 nights stay. If you've been a member 6 months and you don't want to stay 3 nights, well then we're going to take you and go show you some waterfalls and explore with you and all as a return in value for that membership. So you're going to get something real and tangible with a membership with us, okay? So check those out. Check out there where it says join. Look at the levels there, and a couple of you have done some joins, and I appreciate that. And then you can coordinate with us, and we can figure out the time and make sure it's available then and all. And you can cash in your membership with us. So I hope you all like that and take advantage of that. Let's look here again. Where was I at here? Yes. So, and check out my email is in the description below. If you email me something relevant. Don't email me links to political videos for the U.S. or something else, or for kittens playing with a puppy or something. Man, don't fill my email up, because that makes it hard for me to respond to people when I have to sort through all of these links and nonsense things that are sent to my email. It just turns my email into a spam center instead of real stuff that I can answer people's questions and all on and respond to. So where are we at here again? We are at Poets Corner again. That man is so experienced. I have picked up a lot of knowledge through the years. I absolutely have, and I like to share it because at least it's not all going to go to waste. But I'm not the most smartest person in the world, you know. I'm not the most articulate in speaking. I'm not the most grammar correct person, but I do have a plethora of knowledge of many things. And would you even believe that I have deeply studied relativity and string theory, and I go very deep into science. I will lose most people on that because I go deep down the rabbit hole when it comes to science. I have been like that for most of my life. I'm big and self-educating, and man, have I learned a lot. So some people sit down and talk to me, and if I open up that can of worms, I usually lose them. So and occasionally I'll run somebody into someone that also is very brilliant when it comes to those things, and we can go down that rabbit hole. But I also like to just keep life real and simple. I'm just as happy talking about how to repair a hay baler. Yeah, and that's good with me also. Very good. So don't ever be nervous to be around me, because I like to keep life simple, actually. But I do like science in a very deep way. So let's go here to Brian, past live stream. I watched you headed back to Texas the next day. Something you're not telling us. The last live stream, I watched you head back to Texas the next day. Something you're not telling us. No, we haven't been heading back to Texas the next day. I might have showed a clip or something from a past Texas video. I don't know what to tell you there. I'm lost. Al's midlife crisis. As you see, he's also a moderator, and he is a longtime viewer. I really like Al. Al, hope you're doing well. I know you went back to Texas, but then didn't I see that you're back to Cebu again? Is that right? I know you went and made a show in Texas there, I think just briefly. Am I correct on that? Revelation Rancher, my niece is from Potutan, Iloilo, which is going to be up here a little bit north of us. AA, good channel, grew up in DFW, living full time here since 2016. Enjoy yourself while you can, absolutely. Somebody retracted a message. Jose, Fahrenheit, you're in Celsius there. Yeah, but I grew up with Fahrenheit, so that's the first thing off of my head without having to do a quick conversion for everything. Krista, and actually, you know, everything's used here. I mean, I know Celsius is used a lot more here, but you go buy a sheet of plywood, they'll sell it to you in 4x8. You go buy the next item, they sell it to you in meters. And you go buy the next item, they sell it to you in feet again. We were just talking about that yesterday with a viewer here. Which is it? It's both. It's both. U.S. did have a pretty good stretch of influence here. So Chris just got my SRRV. That's nice for staying at my 28 hectare farm. Very nice. Just opposite of your farm in USA. Mine is in Bohol. Yep. That's nice. You can. Are you gonna cobra ranch down there? You're gonna ranch cobra snakes? Those things just scare me. Be careful, okay? Be careful. But that's probably beautiful and very blessed to have that. I hope you really enjoy it. Hope you do. I want to go spend some time in Bohol. Mel and I wanted to this last trip, but we hurried back up here because I had a delivery coming and I wanted to be here for it, but then that delivery no-showed. Wouldn't you know it? Dave Thomas, we've got some heat here in Florida, so yeah, I guess it's hitting all across that south. Ricky Woods says, James, how's the Philippines? I miss it so much. Well, this is my favorite time of year. Here's the rainy, stormy season. It's not the most beautiful on the beach this time of year. Of course, the water gets cloudy and chocolatey from all the rivers flowing down from the mountains and dumping out silt and debris on the beaches, and woods wash up on the beach. But I love it. And I like watching people gather the firewoods. It still has its beautiful crystal clear days as well in between that. I like watching the storms and the lightning on the water. I like watching the clouds. I like the rains when they come and all. And it's cooler. It's the temperature here right now is so nice. I'm not sitting here sweating or nothing. So I love the Philippines even during rainy season. Probably more during rainy season. It's real good here. The vibe feels good. We've got a president right now that's not making waves or anything like that. Everything just seems peaceful and on a really good, just positive track. Overall, really great vibe here right now. I like it. Hey, Texas Filipino, greetings from Little Homestead in Florida. Let's see, hoping to move to PI. What did you find out regarding the cost of 40-foot container? No, I never did follow up on that. Listen, I already knew a bunch of the prices. I wanted to hear actually from some of you if y'all have found better deals, but the prices are high, and I'll just be honest, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Let that stuff go. If you can't send it ballot buying box, probably don't send it. I'm just telling you, just let it go. Let it go. Sounds like a song, right? Now I want to tell some of you something that may not know this. When you send something ballot buying, you do not have to use their pre-made boxes. Most ballot buying box forwarders, as you may call them, cargo or forwarders, they will allow you to make custom boxes. So, for instance, let's give a for instance. One time, a lady that we know that's from Iloilo, we met her there at ballot buying box place. She was sending a refrigerator. I wouldn't do that. Wrong voltage, going to be a headache. But she was sending a refrigerator, and she had a big, the big carton refrigerator came in, and it was being shipped ballot buying to Iloilo. Do not do that because it's the wrong voltage. You can't get it serviced there. Don't waste money doing that. But another, for instance, is like Patrick Ward was here yesterday. A friend, the American Airlines retired pilot. I asked him how he sent all of his saltwater fishing gear here, and he said he put it in those plastic tubes, wrapped it in a carton, and sent it ballot buying. Melinda and I have sent many things that we've taken 2 ballot buying boxes and put them together and taped them and strapped them, and they were tall and odd size. They measured it, cost me 20-30 bucks more than a regular box did, and it was sent here. So you can custom send self-made boxes of irregular shapes, and they'll measure the dimensions on it and ship it. And he said that all of his stuff came unhurt and it was all just fine. But sending a container, it's not worth it. And you don't know where along in that process, especially when it makes it here, that you're going to get hijacked. Okay? Brian, I remember summer heat in Louisville, says we'll be returning there for our 40th anniversary. Wow, that is awesome, man. 40th anniversary. Yeah, you got some experience under your belt. I commend you and congratulations for 40 years. Man, that is awesome. Mike, Buena Vista Dreaming. Always a great viewer too. All of you are. I'm not trying to say that some of you aren't and some of you are. I just randomly want to recognize some of you. I appreciate all of you, and just thank you along the way. Next time it might be your name that I say, but I really appreciate so many of you. I really do, all of you. Going to Deval, we got that one there, and then Mike, gotta take a siesta when it gets too hot. Absolutely. Let's see right here. What else? Deanne, work. Hello, James. Nice to see you live. Denny B, go ahead and hit that like button for James. Thank you, Denny. Denny, we sure hope to see you. We really want you to come here and spend time with us. Any of you that want to, but Denny, we've really reached out to him, and I'd like for Denny to come, and actually I would like for Denny to come, and then we go road trip together, and maybe go down and see Justin and all down with Critter Hunter. And Denny is a diver, and I think he would enjoy that. Denny, let's plan something, man. Let's plan something. You come, spend a week or two, and let's have a good time, man. Okay? Mike's Philippine retirement, and not only would we like to meet up with Janet and Mike. Janet and Mike have not been here to Iloilo. He just expressed that in a recent video. Because I watch Mike's videos, Mike. I want you to know I'm there watching, and I'm hitting like. But when I watch, I'm watching from a different account. So even if those gaps in Starlink, you know, they're there. They're still launching satellites. So let's see here. So yep, Mike, y'all are welcome to come up here, be guests our home, and we can go explore here. And you and Janet can get a vacation here. Mark and them are coming up, a group of them, to Iloilo on July 11th and 12th to Bacolod and to Iloilo. And I was chatting with Mark last night for them, you know, to come here. We'll bunk them all up just like we did with Justin and Judea when they came here too. We'll bunk you up and take care of you, you know, enjoy our casa. And that's a very serious, open-hearted statement too. It's not a joke. So Jude, let's see right here. Hi from Louisiana. Yes, 110, 115 heat index. See what I'm saying? You take care and stay out of that heat, okay? Heat strokes are a real deal in those temperatures. Yeah, sometimes you can't come back from it. Our head, no matter where we go in the world, home is the place we love. I still love right there in Portree, Texas. That's the community and now township where I live back in Texas. Now it's incorporated out in the country there because it's going to grow and probably not be a simple countryside anymore, but it is called Portree, Texas. Yeah, like a poem. And I love it there. Right outside of Rockwall, Texas. just out northeast of Dallas. Solar must be coming in pretty good right now. I heard the inverter kick up harder charging those batteries. So let's look here and continue on. Let's see here. GC says, "Go Bears." Mimos Bill, I don't know how you're pronouncing that. Sorry. Hello from Connecticut. Well, hello to you. James, good morning from Laguna. That's a nice place right there. Actually, right there where he's at in Laguna is a pretty cool place. Mel and I circled right by there when we went and picked up this boat. We were heading out of Manila and headed up around that part of Laguna there. Nice. I would like to come visit, spend more time up in that area, and we love going up in the mountains behind Laguna there to like Lake Calraya. That was gorgeous. Let's see what else we got going on here. Philip, hello James. I'm in Buffalo, North Canada. So there's some maple syrup for y'all right there. Let's see. Has lots of smoke here. Wow, it really smells like plastic and other chemicals. I wonder what's going on. Lonnie says, Irene says, nice shirt. Yep. Woohoo! Little gaps. Y'all tell me how it's working on your end if you're seeing when it's doing that reconnecting thing. Sorry for that. Probably if I move the Starlink where I have it sitting right now over to a different location, it's probably getting partially blocked by some of the house up here at the top, and that's one of the reasons it's making gaps. It's just a place I could easily reach it and set it down if there's a storm. We still have PLDT fiber here, but it's given us a lot of trouble here recently. And it's not just us, it's the whole area. And it was just really great before, but now it's just being really horrible, and we find ourselves more and more just having to use the Starlink, because every time we think PLDT is about working again, 2 hours later it's not. So I may end up just canceling my PLDT fiber account, and maybe moving the Starlink up to more of a permanent location and anchoring it, which will probably get rid of these gaps. But I'm sorry for that, and I'll digress. Back on working on his 5th million, but never made his 4th, so try the 5th. I know that one. Ricky Woods, I'll be heading back to Leyte, Philippines in September, October. That's a nice time to return. It is. It's a really nice time to return. And of course, that's Christmas season kicking off in the Philippines. Yep, the Burr months, as they call September, October, November, December, the Burr months. Richard Armstrong, howdy James. Rick from Killeen, Texas, love your channel. Yeah, man, so you're over near the military area, right? Let's see, you're going to be moving to Iloilo, Sur in October and start your retirement. I hope you enjoy every bit of it, too. I've never been over that area. Is that an area that gets hit with a lot of storms over there? Is Iloilo, Sur? That's a little bit more towards the eastern side of the country, right? Let's see, per your advice, I bought screws and seal tape from Mueller. You will not go wrong for that. I'm telling you, you will not go wrong. And I'm glad that was a help to you. Good morning, James from Arizona. Head back to Laguna in a couple weeks. Let's see, hoping to come down and visit you and Mel by the year's end and love your videos. You come here and see us. We're going to be opening up a more open way for people to communicate, because of course we're going to go public with these rooms and with this place moving on towards the end of this year, and people are going to need a quick way to contact us, do bookings and stay, and also we're going to open ourselves up more to direct contact, but you still can contact us right now right through my Gmail account that's in the description of every single video. But if you would please do not make it a place to send nonsense, just direct communication about something that's important, or trying to reach out to us like that, okay? I really ask you that. I'm not saying you would do it, but I do have some that do it. Jeff Beckett spent 25 years in Arizona before moving to Texas, and I see would take a summer, Texas summer over Arizona any day, walking as we speak. Man, I'm sure it gets bad in Arizona. I bet it does. Never experienced it firsthand. I've been in northern Arizona, but not on where the mountains are, but not on down where it just hits those super temperatures. And Poets Corner, appreciate that you love the side stories. Billy Goat, land rich and cash poor. Yep, sounds like common theme in the Philippines. Yeah. Philippines says Maryland, GC, laugh at we're probably related. Original family in 13 columns. Family ancestor was first one of the private guards to George Washington. I see Mark Richard. Are you done with your house? Where is it? I mean, I'm always going to be doing tweakings and other little refinements and stuff, but our house has been livable, a living dwelling for a good while now. Everything else is just a bonus round. Now getting that tile done in that bedroom that we're doing right now is nice, and you'll see that in the upcoming video. And my comments just took a jump on me, so bear with me just a second. I hate it when it does that. All of a sudden it took a huge jump. Okay, here we are. Kevin Frank, hello from Ohio. Victor Johnson, how do? I see you're from Water Valley, Mississippi. I see Ricky Woods is talking to Dean there. I see hello from Dumagetti there. I'm really behind here, so if I do skip something, I just always feel bad. Chris retracted a message. Matthew Clark Sr., good morning from Tennessee. I'm going to kind of move through some of these quick. Dennis, another Florida boy, hello, from Jensen Beach, Florida. Man, a lot of you Floridians here. Enjoy all of you. Mel and I, we really enjoy Florida. Mel has taken numerous trips to Florida. We've drove there, we've flown there, we've rented cars and cruised around there, and her sister lived there outside of Orlando for a while. We really like Florida. Florida's a nice state, without a doubt. Beautiful place. And I hope you're really enjoying our huge Filipino communities there as well. In fact, her sister and myself were in a rental car, and we hauled butt up to Jacksonville, Florida to be there for the grand opening of the Jollibee, which was in a standalone nice building in Jacksonville, Florida, and we were there for the grand opening of the Jollibee opening there. It was so funny. We hauled butt through the forest and stuff on those back roads to get there in time for the grand opening. It was really hilarious. Yeah, love Florida. So I'll get back to the topics here. What time is it here? It's 9:27 a.m. right now. Patrick McGee, greetings from Quezon Province. I'm kind of just skipping through here. Deanne is the private topic. Hello from New York. Thank you very much, Albert. Dominique, aloha. Let's see. You got a lot of places you're at right there. Hawaii, living in Texas, Philippines. Just a faithful subscriber. Enjoy your channel. Thank you very much. Good job, James. Thank you. Ricky Woods has still got a side chat going. Matt T. Hey, Jim. It's James. I just don't like being called Jim. Just call me James. I never did like being called Jim. It's James. Thank you. Watching from Massachusetts, I was wondering about the lot next door where you keep your stock. Do you own it or have plans for it in the future? Love your channel, man. I'll divulge all of that in due time. That's all for up content. Mike, got a side chat going. Chris, hello from Vegas. We'll be coming to Iloilo in September. Well, I hope that we see you. Hope that we see you. Uh, Vegas, Mel and I really enjoy Vegas. You know, I've taken Melinda around and she's seen numerous places in the U.S. And some of you already know, but we went and watched. Can't miss this one, boy. We watched the legend sing in the T-Mobile Center there in Las Vegas. Anybody want to say who that legend is? I'll go ahead and say it. George Strait. Yeah, for a Texan, it's our legend, not Elvis. It's George Strait. Yeah, we got to watch old George, and actually he was opened up by a Texas girl within about 70 miles or more from where we live in Texas was the opener for him. So let's see right here. We got another one from Las Vegas. Wow. Well, thank you, Roy. 2 beers. Hello again from Toronto. 2 beers is also right here in Iloilo as well when he's here in the Philippines. We got Geoff that's going to meet and greet there in Iloilo and put on Sunshine Shoulders. Let's see. Are you going to meet and greet? Oh, so I heard that Sunshine Shoulders was going to be at one. There's 2 different Bourbon Streets, so I hope he clarifies which one because there's 2 different ones here in Iloilo. I only heard it through the rumor mill from David yesterday. I have no clue when he's doing that. It could be happening right now. I just don't know. But I probably won't make it there. I won't. I hope he enjoys there though and all. And I wouldn't mind meeting with him, but not when he's doing a meet and greet. I'd rather just do a one-on-one. But I hope he enjoys this beautiful city. 2 beers, hello again from Toronto, and then we sit at Bourbon Street, and now we're down in Howdy from Waco, Texas, from Michael, Patrick McGee. James, would like you to ask about your water pressure tank stuff. Email, can I call you? Just email me if you would, please, and the email's in the description. My water tank is a carbon fiber tank, and I bought it from City Hardware. I see they have them in stock right now, and I would not buy a Best tank. They're made out of a low-grade stainless. A lot of the components that are welded into them are not stainless at all, and they're painted with aluminum paint to try to mock it up like stainless. And there's a tube that goes up inside the tanks that are not stainless and will rust away inside of the tank and turn into a big rust bomb inside the tank. And the fittings coming off at the top of the tank where a hose goes on is not barbed, and that means that you're going to have a hard time keeping a hose clamped on there tight without leakage and pressure loss. So that's what I got to say about that. But buy a carbon fiber tank and just be done with it, okay? Search them out and buy one. You're going to be well investment up front. Mama Bill, greetings from Alabama. Well, thank you very much. Jimmy B, shout out from the heat wave Fort Worth. Man, I just hear it's hot there right now. Real old geekster, real old geekster from Greenville, South Carolina. Some of these I'm having a hard time because I have a lot of glare on my screen here right now, okay? So bear with me. Some of it I'm having a hard time seeing what the words are here. That's part of it when you get out in an outdoor environment like this, you'll get some glares. So let's see what else we got going on right here. Hello from Greenville, South Carolina. And he said the last video I saw was when Mel learned to ride the riding lawnmower. Let's see, will that be one of her jobs if you plant grass? We have grass down here. We planted what they call frog grass, and then we have this real nice type of Bermuda grass. It's like a turf that is spreading and growing, and slowly will take over the frog grass, which the frog grass made a nice immediate cover. This other spreading. We're not going to have a riding lawnmower here in this tiny little lawn. It's a tiny lawn. Most of it's landscaping. we do have a lawnmower that we shipped here long ago from Walmart, USA. And we shipped it here. It cost us, $100. We opened up the box. We packed a whole bunch of stuff in there with the lawnmower while it was brand new. And it cost us $100. Shipped that as a ballot buying box. And we got more than just a lawnmower. We filled every void full of other usable stuff. And even just right before this live stream, she was down there mowing some little places down below right here. It looks beautiful to have that little tiny lawn. Retrospect, I wish I had just a little electric lawnmower. When this thing croaks, it's probably what I'll replace it with. And it don't have to be no real special brand or nothing. It's a tiny yard. And mow here. But the days of her busting out on the tractor style back in the US or zero turn, those are in the rearview mirror as far as we can see. Yeah. And but Mel's good on that ride lawnmower. Man, she can truck it on that sucker, boy. She likes it. She loves doing yard work. She just loves being in nature. It says Richard Hendricks, hey, from Arizona here, planning to visit the Philippines soon. Can you tell me more about Surigao? I can't. I've never been there. I've been near it, but I've never been there. I can't tell you about it. Who I would reach out to for that is reach out here. Mike's Philippine Retirement. He lives right near there. Him and Janet could probably share more information with you. So reach out, watch his channel, write him, and he will be your go-to person for that information, more so than I would be. Great guy. Don't know him personally, we just know him through, we're both YouTubers. I see his content, see what kind of guy he is, and I like him. So he's my kind of guy. And reach out to him. Last time I was there, I was in the Navy. This time I'm going to meet my goddaughter for the first time. Any recommendations, places to go in Leyte? Again, Leyte is not an area that I frequent. I don't know who for you to reach out to for that area. Tim K is over in that area, but Tim K is probably not real big on reaching back to people, making recommendations. I don't know, he might be. I don't know who else is going to be a local vlogger from that area, but I don't have any recommendations for you to go there. And I see he's talking to Dean there, but I'm just going to chime in on that conversation. Two Beers at Texas Filipino, what do you think of the new rules regarding the solar and wind power in Texas? I'm not aware of them. I don't know what the new rules are. I'm out of the loop on all of that right now. So send me a link in my email of a story or a news article that I can refer to that if you don't mind. So maybe I can be aware of what you're talking about. Appreciate you trying to share that with me. Gustavo, hello from California, which you hit me there earlier, and I appreciate it. Great home you built. It is, and I appreciate it. I'm so happy here every day. And with a huge concrete structure that we built, we don't have not one single crack. Isn't that cool? That is some cool stuff, man. It shows it is setting well, because it is one heavy structure. And it's had time to show them here now. So let's see here where we're at. Because it jumped on me again. As soon as I moved my eyes, it jumped on me again. And I don't know which way it jumped. I don't know which way it jumped on me. So bear with me just a second. Okay, here we go. So that was CC Ryder next. What's up, James? What's up, CC Ryder? CC, you're one crazy person. You crack me up all the time. CC and I, we've had our clashes with each other. He got hard on me over something one time, and I mean to the point that I'm like, okay, that's enough. and I actually removed him from the channel, but then I hated to do that. And then later I said, I'm not going to do that. And I opened the door for him to be back here. He came back here, and it's been so enjoyable to have CC back on the channel and in the comments and viewing. And it just goes to show, you know, that everything's not going to work perfect between everybody all the time, but it does not mean that a friendship can't be formed, and that you can overcome differences or differences of opinions. And sometimes we just get carried away with ourselves, both ways, myself, another person as well. But the main thing is that you can overcome that. CC, I appreciate you and thank you always. Thomas Adams, the lakes are full in California and still a lot of snowpack still in the mountains. Wow, that's pretty cool, man. He said he'll be in Philippines July 17th. Well, welcome back to the Philippines here soon. Philip A. James here in Buffalo, New York. We've really had bad air because of the smoke here. I wonder what's going on. Texas Filipino, are you on Starlink right now? Yeah, and as I said, it's mostly because my placement where I have it, that it's probably missing a few of the satellites as they pass over because a little bit of a blockage. I just didn't want to move it at this time because I don't have it permanently mounted, and we get these pop-up storms with hard winds. Sunray Moonbeam. Oh boy, I've heard the gossip can be bad. I'm sure it's all the talk locally how the porch is going to collapse. Yeah, and that's something. These cantilever beams, of course, they're done with 16 millimeter steel. There was way more steel that was required, and they're tied back. So they're 8-foot cantilever, and they're tied back an additional 12 foot into the main beam into the house. They have a curve to the bottom of them, which works just like a lever or a brace in that, and the steel's tied into the column going down as well. They're large, they are strong, and they just don't understand it from an engineering perspective. To them, it's like a piece of bamboo sticking out and it's going to break off. Yeah, whatever they want to believe, but we know the facts. And once again, Melinda will just listen to them every time. You know, she just listened to them. Guys, you know, that are living in some of the most basic structures, and they just don't understand it. But as far as the engineers that's been here, man, and the engineers that approved my plans and inspections, they're like, man, this house is just amazing. And I appreciate their opinions on that. Richard, hey, from Arizona here. I'm planning to visit Philippines soon. Can you tell me more about sugar? So we covered that, I think, somewhere. Maybe you wrote it twice or something. I'm not sure. But reach out to Mike, Philippine Retirement, CC Ryder. Sounds like someone pissed James off. Yep, kind of pretty much when it came to the fish pond thing. Howdy, Lonnie from Fort Worth. Poet's Corner, wonderful conversations with James. I appreciate the time. We're going here for a while, and I'm enjoying it. So if y'all are enjoying, I'm enjoying. I switched from coffee to cold water now. I just really want to spend time with you all today and just enjoy this beautiful, peaceful morning. Thank you for all your time here. It's no real topic about nothing, just responding to you all and what you want to ask and what I feel like sidetracking on, and just a little time. I just wish every one of you were just sitting around here and we're all just having a big old conversation. So this is the best we can do, and I welcome you into our home right here when we have this conversation. So Poet's Corner, I appreciate that $2, and I guarantee you it will be applied somewhere into something good, not for our own pockets. Is there any tuna or big game fish out there? Absolutely there is. Absolutely. Man, they pull in big yellowfin out here in the deep waters. So just a few hundred yards offshore around here, the water will even go all the way to just 2 foot deep. and then all of a sudden it drops to like 600 foot, and just right after that to 1100 foot, and right after that to 4,000 to 5,000. And just right over here in this area, I mean, just in eyesight here, it'll drop all the way down in spots to like 10,000 foot deep. And in those areas over there, they pull in big yellowfin there. And there's Dorado and Mahi Mahi. So the local names is going to be like, you know, what Dorado and Mahi Mahi. You got Wahoo. And so you got local names. So local names is going to be, I'm kind of getting mixed up here. You're going to get local names like Tanigi and Dorado. And that's going to be your fish like Wahoo and Mahi Mahi and all like that. They have local names. Some of those local names are used internationally too. But big groupers, there's sailfish out there. Sometimes in the stormy time of the year, right back behind me here, sometimes when there's a lot of currents and storms and the water kind of makes some changes there, I have seen nice big swordfish or sailfish, big marlins jumping out there and all. We've had neighbors in the past right here that have actually caught them. They caught a pair one time that was just beautiful. I may have shown those in some early videos in this vlog. It's all here. It's all here. And if you know how to fish for it, you can get it. These guys, man, they just pull in beautiful sea bass. And no, it's there. These are some great fishing waters out here. You don't have to go 10 miles. You don't have to go 35 miles offshore to get these big, great fish. You can go right here a quarter mile, a half mile, 1 mile offshore and get those kind of fish. So absolutely they're here. And Patrick Ward, he's more experienced than I am, saltwater fisher. And he brought his saltwater gear and all here. And I have some here, but I'm be really honest, I'm not well experienced with saltwater fishing and all. So I'm going to kind of lean with Patrick to maybe show me some, and hopefully some of you that maybe are experienced saltwater fishers and all that you want to come. There you are again. So maybe one of you that are also experienced with saltwater fishing, don't BS me and waste my time. Maybe we can go out here in the future and go fishing as well. But I'm really looking forward to doing some of that with Patrick, and I think he's looking forward to it as well. But it doesn't have to be just Patrick only. That invitation's open to others too. But I don't have a lot of the gear that Patrick does, so you know, I can't say that I can be able to furnish you all gear. I just don't have it all. I'm kind of growing a little bit of stuff, but maybe over time. So let's see right here. Somebody said they sub for the fish. Let's see right here. Hook 'em horns. Good morning from Vegas. Emmett Brown, kind of backtracking up right here what I might miss. Emmett Brown, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Let's see right here. Yeah, CC Ryder says y'all leave James's damn fish alone. Ain't that the truth? You know, get out of my business. Yeah, it's supposed to be enjoyable, but it became stressful. You know, eating fish and them struggling to get fish is part of their lives. So, you know, that's just like, you know, dangling a carrot in front of them all the time. My mistake on that. Bubs Nova, this is Bill in Michigan. Great to see you live, brother. Thank you very much. We've been running for a while, but I'm okay. If y'all are okay and want to just continue chilling with me right here for a while longer, I appreciate it, and I'm just going to chill with you as well. Hope everything's going well there in Michigan. My fellow Texan right here, Bubblehead from Ennis, Texas. I love Yellowstone, the park, and the show. I've never experienced it, so I hope to experience some of that with Mel, even if it's a tourist thing. I want to experience it with my wife. Um, Roy, hell of a fish story. Yeah, hell of a fish story, huh? And it's a true story. Um, sure can understand the reasons for stopping the fish project. Yeah, I mean, isn't that sad? Um, I hope I don't upset anybody in the family by telling that, but it's just the truth. And it's some growing pains I'm going to go through with even my wife still and with the family. I went through a lot of these growing pains, okay? Um, in our marriage, there's been a lot of this stuff has went on. And over time, it's fixed itself. Got my hands going, woo, what do I do with my hands? Yeah. But anyway, I went through some of these growing pains with the family, and they've learned a lot along the way. And this will be probably just something else they'll learn. It'll all smooth out, and I can enjoy something like this again in the future. And when I can also give it more of my undivided attention than I had to give it at the time with so much build going on. So we'll see. I'm telling you, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on the fish pond thing, especially with the boat and being able to go out on the waters between the local fishermen and being able to get so many nice fish from the ocean, and between the potential of going out there myself and my wife and my friends and getting fish. I just don't know. I just don't know. So, yeah, definitely can understand maybe now why things happen like it did. Hit that like button, people. 2 beers. The wife, the peanut gallery exclaims, "Why is he always wearing a hat?" Well, so you don't get a glare on the screen off my bald head. Yeah. Yeah. See, do you ever get homesick? One thing holding me back to moving there. All right. Well, I'll touch on that. Again, as I've said many times, I came here at 35 and a half years old. I have spent half of my adult life at this point coming to the Philippines and spending at least half of my year in the Philippines, okay? And Mel and I are soon to be here 1 year right now without leaving. I really love this country. I really grew to just love this country and the people. I mean, I just can't explain how much that I grew to love it. Melinda was just an absolute bonus and a blessing to my life. But I just really loved it here, and it got to the point that as much as I love my home state and my home country, I found myself to be happier here, healthier here, a clearer mind here. Now, at some point I'm gonna make a video and explain why I had a better mental conscience here and happier here and all. And there's gonna be a video where I left off about my story and never finished telling that story. There's gonna be a part 2. It's taken a lot of my soul to get around to divulging something that personal in my life, but at the same time, it's therapy. And I've had some early on issues in my life that left permanent scars in my life, and it's very personal. So sometimes if you wonder why I never finished telling, it's because I'm having to open up to the world if I choose to tell the story and the truth. Some probably pretty shocking and personal things, and why I chose to come here and find refuge and to find mental peace, and even that was hard to do. So and y'all stay tuned for that one. I probably will do it after my return back from Texas, because I'm going to gather some things there to go along with telling this story, and I'm going to put together a video that would some of you might be able to relate on, and some of you might be shocked by, and even some people that watch it are going to learn about some characters, some things they didn't know that might even change their opinion of that person that they thought they knew. Yep. Um, it's pretty crazy. So for me, I love where I'm at back there. I've got great memories like with my grandparents and with some family members and all. Um, but I've got a lot of scars that are there too. Um, Something popping up on my screen there. I got a lot of scars there too. That here's my clean slate and my happy place. And God has really blessed me with a beautiful life here. And my yearning as an adult to want to be here in the Philippines and live made me work even harder, save even harder to get where I was at. So it actually even advanced my career back in the U.S. because it gave me a real thirst to accomplish a little bit more. And that all went well. Everything in my life, pretty much dealing with the Philippines, was beautiful and positive, and it still is. So this is really probably, if I really want to call it, my home. You know, it really is. I'm not a citizen here. I'm an expat here. So aside of that, let's talk about Ryan Jones here. He said, hello from the rice capital of America, laugh out loud, Arkansas in the house. He's not joking. A lot of people don't realize how much rice is raised in the United States. Okay? And now I can't tell you not all states are raising rice, but I'm going to tell you a little side story again because I've got a wealth of knowledge, including my time to be here in the Philippines. So Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas grow a lot of rice, if you didn't know that. In South Texas down there, huge rice fields. More mechanized, not hand planted and grown like here and harvested like here in the Philippines or with these little micro harvesters they have here. It's done like the U.S. does it on a large scale, okay? And they have this tri-state association there of Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Rice Growers Association. And I'll tell you a little side story how that can tie to the Philippines, okay? So years past here in the Philippines, I kept running into these sacks of rice that said Texas on them. Texas had Texas logo and all that. Texas has sent a group, like kind of like a lobby group over here. I guess I'm reconnected again. So that tri-state association from the U.S. sent a lobby group over here to the Philippines and said, hey, you start growing rice on all of those lands that would be better suited for other crops there in the Philippines. And we'll trade you for those crops. You'll harvest those crops and they'll be exported to the U.S. And in turn, we'll trade you rice that you need there. And so there was this association made, this exchange made of goods. And so there was quite a bit, and I don't know if it's still happening, I don't know, but there was quite a bit of rice grown from Arkansas, Texas, and Louisiana, and that was being traded for other produce over here in the Philippines, okay? And they were also importing it, I think maybe being bought and all as well, and imported here into the Philippines. I was watching somebody's video from Manila here a while back, and I saw a Texas sack of rice in the background in one of those videos, so I know it's still going on somewhat. But not all that rice is grown here. It's not. And that's pretty cool that they made that trade, at least at that time, with the Philippines government. So there's just a side story and a bit of information there in case you didn't know. Jazz and Kelly, hello to you. Also back in our home area, and also just great participants this channel. Always glad to hear from you. I caught y'all live still. Kelly's outside tinkering with the Moors. I'm going out to get her. Well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. So hello from New Jersey, from Mario de la Cruz, I think is how it says it. Thank you for being here. Looking forward to the what does it say? Deets on renting one of your rooms. Maybe Megan and I can lease for 6 months. So I'm not going to do any long-term rentals. There won't be any long-term stay like that in these rooms. These are short-term only. It's not going to become like a place where somebody is actually going to live. I had made up a video before, and then maybe I never posted it. I was going to give all the finances of how those rooms will earn money for us, but a long stay cheats you out of money, and people get too involved in your personal life. It's better for people to come and go and not get too involved in your daily ins and outs, if you understand what I mean. So short stays only, but it's not a short-time hotel. Yeah, not that short a stay. Days, not hours. So let's see what else we got right here. Tony says, James, you have more patience than most. Not good. People speaking in her ear. Even worse, she listened and repeated. Your honesty isn't always easy. Keep smiling. So listen, you know, a lot of people out there can tell you, I hear it all the time, Cap, other friends and all say, you know, every time that their Filipino wife or companion will listen to a fellow Filipino, even if they're wrong, even if they're obviously wrong, every time before they'll listen to you. And you're going to have to deal with that, and you're going to have to sometimes get them to, or prove them. It hasn't mattered how long I've been with Melinda, she still will tend to do that sometimes, that she will listen to that chismes, that gossip, that kind of a couple gaps there again. So let's talk about my bananas down here. I planted these bananas that we got out of the mountains, not the ones from the beach, but the ones that look like a Cavendish from right back here behind me. I planted those there, and as they had these little shoots coming out around the bottom, I was going to take a couple of those shoots, dig them up, and move them over to another location and get more of those spreading out here on the property because I like those bananas. The caretaker to the property next door right here, Melinda had mentioned to him or something, I don't know how the conversation went down, that I was going to move some of those. He told Melinda, oh no, he cannot move those because the banana trees will get tempo and retaliate. And Melinda come to me, he said you can't move those trees, that the trees will get tempo and won't make bananas, or something will happen to them or die or whatever then. I'm like, what? Of course, the Philippines is a massive banana producer, like the second largest in the world. And if you go into those banana plantation videos and stuff now, at the huge plantations, they go through and remove those suckers so that one tree don't have nutrients growing or being pulled away from it, and it grows better bananas. And I said, that is nonsense. But she is going to stick by it, and I'm a fool if I remove them. It's your trees. You kill them if you want to, but they're going to die because the neighbor said that the trees are going to get tempo. I mocked and laughed about that. That is silliness. Silliness. But this happens a lot. You're going to get tempo. Yeah. So you got to not be too mean, but you're going to have to deal with some of those things. You're going to have to overcome some of those things. Now, there's some advice they give is rock solid advice. So don't always close your ears to what they're saying either. But do your homework. But there's some of their ways that are like some of our old ways back in the U.S. that there's some solid advice given on some things too. And on some natural remedies and healings and all from plants and things they do. So don't dismiss everything, okay? But you got to sort through it, all right? And sometimes maybe you even might be wrong because you have a Western way that you think's the best way. And occasionally their way too is better than what you might think is the better way. So there's some give and take in that, and there's some growing you're going to have to do together when you have a mixed cultural relationship, okay? And so I won't totally beat them up either. It's a two-way street. So where we at here, because my screen jumped on me again, and I think I'm real close to it right here. It says, so we have, I see right here, hello from Temple, Texas. Hello to you. Thank you very much. Roy, James will tell you he wears a cap because of the sun, but we all know old age and baldness kicks in. Look, I started losing my hair on top of my head in my late 20s, so it ain't about old age on these solar panels. It's my cousin's got my land lease. It's a rancher back in Texas right now, and he's farming and ranching on my land. He lost his hair. Man, he started going bald. He's 18, 19 years old. You know, little genetics taking place right there. But my dad and my brother, my dad passed away with a full head of hair. My brother passed away in his 50s, 57, but still a thick head of hair that was blonde, you know, not gray. Yeah, just a roll of dice. But my grandpa, he was pretty bald. So you just never know. Those genetics hit one person different than the next person. Yeah, but yeah, I got that dome, the chrome dome. I mean, I can still grow that donut around the sides. But I got these two landing strips right here. Yeah. And got that circle back here. So I worry about helicopters and I worry about UFOs landing there, okay? So somebody maybe about my join thing. Oh, that's great. I wonder what tiers they were. Go check them out on the tiers on the membership thing. If you have any questions, ask me. But I'm definitely going to give rewards back on that. I'm not a person just looking to fill my pockets up, okay? Hello from Cajun country. So, yeah, man, I always was just in the Iloilo last month. Great place. Thank you very much. Philip, I wish I was still in Iloilo. You're missing it. Well, I can understand. It's a great place. Dr. Emmett, what grinds your gears? A venting day, huh? Yeah. Sometimes you got to tell things. People just keep asking and asking, so I feel like I finally just need to cover it. I really didn't want to cover it, though, just to be honest. I don't like telling negative things. I just really don't. Johnny, hello, James from Australia. Well, hello to you. Kevin, quantum theory is fun. I love quantum theory. I love relativity. I love dealing with string theory. I love everything down to microsciences. I spend a lot of time reading to this day and researching those things. I believe that science and religion will run into a wall head on with each other, and they'll have to embrace each other. One is just as important as the other. It is the so that's my opinion. Would love to see a video on string theory and quantum mechanics. Someday you may, but that's Mel will back me up on my love for all of that. So love to see a local garden nursery video. I love to visit them in the other countries. Maybe sometime we can. I can't guarantee that. We don't spend a lot of time at nurseries. Melinda gathers plants either through friends or going getting them from nature. It's just a lot of that good friendship hookups. Let's see right here. Hello, host, Hook 'em Horns. That's right. Jose, thank you. Ronaldo, y'all doing great with the Philippines. Ponderosa, thank you for that. Van Turner, hello, Van. Van's from also a neighboring town to me on the other side, back in Texas. Van is from over in the Greenville, Texas area, and stays here in the Philippines. Temp is 113 in Dallas yesterday. Ouch. Yep. Van, I guess you're still here right now, right? In the Philippines, you're pretty much staying here. I never really hear you about being back in the Greenville or Texas area anymore. Daryl, not your daddy. Sorry I'm late. Better late than never. I know you got projects going on. Daryl recently bought an old home, new home to him, but a very old historic house. And he's doing some work to it. He sent me pictures of it. It's pretty too. It's nice. I like it. And he's doing an addition, so he's got some construction stuff going on around his place right now. And glad you're here, buddy. Thank you for everything always, and hope you're feeling well today. The one, I have a question. Do you recommend getting a 4x4 SUV in the Philippines? Well, the life we live out here in the province and the roads all over the Philippines, I really recommend a 4x4 SUV. It has tougher suspension. It can deal with these bad roads. A car is going to be beaten more brutally unless you just stay driving around like in Makati and BGC and places like that. But if you're anywhere out in these outlying cities and towns, I definitely suggest spend the money for a 4x4, and an SUV is great. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, against flooding, you got a little bit more clearance off the ground. You got your vehicle's less prone to flooding if it's sitting down low. And let's go on here to Billy. Hello, brother, from Rhode Island. Well, hello to you, Jazz and Kelly. GC, I've learned whatever becomes family I've learned whatever you have becomes family or community property. Sometimes, yes, we like to share, but just do it in a respectful way. You know what I'm saying? We like to share. Al's midlife crisis. Yes, I went to USA to heal up another infection. That's what I thought, and came back to Cebu 2 weeks ago. I thought you were back, and had both been very sick all week. Well, I hope you get to feeling better. I really do. Take lots of vitamin C, vitamin D, magnesium, and zinc. Great healers right there. And ask your wife to get you some moringa, malunga, whatever their local name is there for it. And you drink some soups with that. You will really like it, and it's a great healer. Yeah, natural herb, really great. Hope you get to feeling better, buddy. Ovid Roberts, your neighbor says hi. Well, hello to you. How close of a neighbor? Professor 8000, I'm sitting here just south of Dallas. Glad to see a proper Texan represent. Thank you very much. When I get around to heading that way, I plan to drop by for a couple of days. You take care of yourself. Always take care of yourself. Van retracted something. Ovid Roberts, Corazon, I would like to visit sometime soon. Feeling better as we both were under the weather when we moved here. You know, a lot of people, when they first come, they'll get the Philippine cough. I don't know what it is, and I went through that too. I don't do it anymore. My body's really acclimated for living here, but a lot of people get the Philippine cough. Cap's done it, Bill's done it, I've done it, everybody I know has done it. I don't know if there's some different molds or funguses in the air, if there's certain bacteria and stuff that your body needs to adjust with and create a quick antibody for and all. But a lot of people will come here and get what they call the Philippine cough. So you'll get to maybe take on a little bit of respiratory infection, feel kind of weak, a little lethargic maybe, you know, sometimes not, according to how bad you get it. And it'll take a week, 2 weeks sometimes to completely bounce back from that. But you need to take care of yourself, drink a lot, definitely get those vitamin C's, D's. I'm not a doctor, just suggesting. Zinc really helps out. I'm not a doctor, just suggesting. And take in some good soups and adjust. But that's my take on it right there. Let's see, and I hope you get to feeling better, and I hope we see you. Lawrence Beeler, good morning, sir. Al, my son has been lusting after your old Toyota in Texas since I showed it to him. Boy, I like that old Toyota. It's a 1988 Toyota 4Runner, which here they call them a Surf. All original title still. and has never had the removable top removed off of it. It's never had any modifications done to it or anything. It's the SR5 package. It's completely stock, unmolested, as you may say. And I don't know what I'm going to do about it, though, man. You know, it's one of those things. I like it, and I would like to go through and spend time with it. I have even thought about restoring it and keeping it as our only vehicle back there in the U.S., and even maybe getting rid of our Tundra and keeping that as our backup vehicle from when we're stateside. We'll see. And the value of that thing just keeps going up. It is amazing how expensive they become. But I will be giving it a little bit of TLC. Yeah. 1988 SR5 4Runner, all original. Where are we at right here? Van Turner, I love the cool temp in the rainy season. Absolutely. As long as the volcano doesn't erupt. I hear that. I know that thing just constantly over the past couple of years. It keeps on keeping people on alert. I have a lot of things in Texas which I had here, just not worth getting here. No, it ain't. Plus, you can only cram so much in a 27-meter condo. Yeah, that's true too. Just let a lot of that stuff go. I have a bunch of stuff here I wish wasn't even here now. Just let it go. Let it go. Free yourself of all of that. I'm telling you, I just tell you, listen, guys, there's stuff I sent here that I wish I never spent the time to send. I thought it was important, but with my new life here, it's not important. Only thing I kind of enjoy having here is some tools and things I have to make my boat project a little bit easier to work on when I need to. And maybe on my 92 Hilux Surf 4Runner I have here. Maybe a few extra tools that I have there that I'm going to send. But because I am a person that like to hobby with things like that. But a bunch of stuff, it's just not needed. I'm telling you, it's just not needed. And there's plenty you can buy here. Support the economy here. It's not like it was years ago. Pretty much any and everything you can think of is available here now. And look, by the time you spend the money to send that stuff from the U.S., even by ballot box, took longer that time. I know quality can be an issue sometimes, but I'm going to tell you, I got on Lazada and I bought a 1/2-inch drive socket set that there can be used to impact as well. Had a big breakover, 1/2-inch drive ratchet, T-slider extensions, 6-point sockets that can as well be used on an impact. They're the black ones, made in Japan, Japanese brand, quality tools as good as anything you're going to get from Snap-on or Craftsman or Matco or anybody back in the U.S. Quality, and the price wasn't bad, and I love them. Come in a little metal case, man, I love them. I'll buy more of those. Buying those kind of tools like directly in a store here in the Philippines can get pricey, but believe it or not, you can find some good deals on Lazada or Shopee and get it in here cheap. Those weren't like totally cheap, but they weren't ridiculous priced either. And it was good quality stuff from Japan. And man, they've been tough, and I have no regrets in buying them. But yeah, just avoid wasting too much money. A lot of garbage don't need. Bury that life. I had that life in the U.S. Just crap galore that you don't need. You're burying your life in that. And how can you get out and enjoy all of this if you bury your life in this junk that you're building space to cram it all in? Even U.S. renting storage buildings and paying rent to put stuff that you don't even have enough room at your home to put it in anymore. Let all that go. Let it go. Create yourself a new life here. Philip, hi James, my wife, what's her name here? Minerva? Let's see. We're having our 10th anniversary tomorrow in the state of Buffalo, New York. Well, that is nice. 10th. Man, you've made it over one of the good breakover points, so you're going strong. Keep on rocking it out. By 10 years, you should be able to overcome anything in your relationship as long as one of you don't do nothing too bad. And so I hope you continue on with many, many more. James Gilbert, good for Van. He's saying good morning, Van Turner. Jasmine Kelly, congrats to you and your wife, Philip. Absolutely. Scott Foster from Scott, Pam, and McKinney. It's been a hot day, 104. Wow. Catfish Kid, hello from Ohio. Very foggy here last couple days. Here's from Fires in Canada. I wonder what's going on there. I'm going to be looking that up. CC Ryder is saying hello to Not Your Daddy. Them two have a lot of banter and know each other personally. I think one bought a Harley from the other, right? Or was it a Harley or was it a different bike? Maybe it's a small bike or something. I know there was a motorcycle exchange took place. So they personally know each other. Philip, I think they might have met each other through my channel, right guys. So it's about time I see what here. About time you got out of the crap, bro. OCC something else, boy. Philip, I have to go to work tomorrow, so take care. Well, thank you very much for joining in. It's probably getting late back where you're at. Well, from New Braunfels right here for the night. Have a good week, host. Thank you very much. You have a good night. Not Your Daddy, CC Ronald and I might surprise you soon over there. That would be enjoyable if you did. We would like it. Man, we would like it. Boy, we just have a throwdown here. 2 beers, Texas Filipino. Speaking of solar, what is your target wattage? I got some stuff coming out soon. You're going to see some more surprises coming on. Yeah, you're going to see soon. Clint, hello from Saxe, just north of Garland. Watch out for those UFOs. Yeah. A lot of controversy going on that right now, right? Congress just passed a bill on it too, and they want some disclosure. So even Marco Rubio spoke up, and others, that apparently there's going to be a lot of awakening happening in society here pretty soon. I guess those conspiracy theorists will no longer be conspiracies, huh? So that's pretty interesting. They said that a lot of top high-ranking officials are also coming forward as whistleblowers, but they're in fear for their lives. That's what Rubio said. So pretty interesting time. So a lot of us be able to take our tin hats off, you know. Yeah. So here we go again. Yeah, watch out for those UFOs. Well, they're welcome here too. I make a place they can land up here. Oklahoma. Hello from, it's funny, it says Oklahoma, but it says hello from Arizona. Well, 102 there today. No humidity though. We got Buckshot Cheers from Santa Cruz, California, surf capital of the world. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you for joining in. CC Ryder's got a little banner going on. Joseph Posey, James, did you hear about the mailman that died from Heat, Texas? No. Passed out in people's yard. I wouldn't doubt it, man. It's just not good. Man, I took that big jump again, so I know I'm behind. And I probably will never be able to catch up to all of you. But I am going to try to scroll back up here. I don't know what all of a sudden makes it take these huge jumps. We'll see what we can find here. And we probably will wrap this up here just a little bit. So I'm right around in here. Didn't hear about the mailman, but that's interesting. I have a friend that's a mailman, and I hope that he's being safe. Daniel Joseph Posey was telling about that. And then we have Steve C. I sent about 20 boxes in the last 3 years. had things missing out of 3 boxes of the 20. I sent boxes from Tennessee and Alabama, 2 or 3 boxes. So I've sent numerous boxes, and I've never had anything come up missing. I use XYZ Global Express, and they've been great. And I really suggest them. Look them up. Look up their website, and see if they have somebody receiving their boxes in your area. XYZ Global Express. Been using them for years with 0 mishaps. Okay, 0 mishaps. So no bad stories for them. 2 beers, Major Smoke Haze in Toronto from wildfires up north. Okay. So it's burning down other things too. They're putting more smells probably in the air. Not Your Daddy's got, let's see, here we got Catfish Kid, and then we got Ken. Hi James from Northern Tip of Cebu. Well, hello to you as well. Thanks for joining. James Gilbert switched to Royal Cable and Internet as part of Spectrum. Man, ours was blowing it out of the park here in the past for our PLDT, and now I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if they added too many customers for what their bandwidth is, but now it's taking a downhill slide. I hope they bring it back. Open a Patreon account. You know what? Of course, a lot of vloggers do that, and as a growing size, and they open a Patreon account. I 2 years ago set everything up for a Patreon account and never did follow through with it. I just didn't want to go down the road. Little waves picked up out there on the shore. I'm seeing what's making them crash harder. Little breeze starting to pick up, so there's probably an afternoon storm coming. Yeah, I see it back in the distance, looking towards the west. There is we always get everything from the southwest right here. So looking over towards the west, southwest, it's starting to build up there right now. So it'll probably come a good storm. I'm seeing the wind starting to pick up just a little bit, and it'll start gusting up. So we'll probably get our typical afternoon little storm come in. But I don't know. I just backed out and decided I didn't want to open up a Patreon account. It took me a lot just to do this join thing, but one of the reasons I did that is I wanted a way that people could use their membership to cash in for stay here as a guest, or possibly even combine that with maybe being toured around locally and all. So that's something that we're doing. If it gets out of hand or it becomes too many people doing it or something, well, I'll adjust it accordingly. But I want just people to be able to get some kind of value back for it, not just us trying to get money. But I want it to be almost more like a barter system in a way, you know. So we're not desperate for money or anything like that. It's just a way that maybe you guys can do, kind of treat it like a layaway or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Good morning. It's the Journey with Miracle Creamy. Good morning from Buena Vista, Bohol. James really enjoyed your informative channel. Been a long time sub, even back in the USA before we moved over here last year. Well, thank you very much. So we got right here Richard collab with 62 the Freedom Channel. You know, he is over in Antique, and he was a viewer of our channel and all. I know he's got his own channel going on. That's a good suggestion. I like that. He had came and circled by the house here and shouted for us before. He should have got out. I think he just tooted the horn or something, and he missed us. We were actually that day right here in the backyard, and he missed us. But I need to reach out to him. He would be a good gentleman to do that with. I appreciate that suggestion. I really do. Thank you for that. I'm going to do that. I'll do that. Great guy. Texas Bubblehead. Oh my God, Jacksonville's where I'm stuck. And I have pics for all my kids at the Jolly Bees. That's funny, man. That's funny. Patrick Carroll, good morning from Mississippi. Thank you. Icon 3037 tuning in from Ilocos Norte, originally from Las Vegas. There's another Vegas person there. A. Patterson watching from Austin, Texas, from our good old capital. CC Ryder's got a little conversation going on there. Dumagetti Dreaming, Orlando has Jollibee now. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Even right there in Dallas, Texas, what is that considered right there? Where they built the Jollibee there, that's not Richardson. Why am I drawing a blank? Anyway, they got one there in Dallas near Richardson. I'm drawing a blank exactly which municipality it was built in along the highway there. But Mel and I, we've been over there to it. Man, Jollibee has blown up. You know, they are the first franchise that has gave McDonald's a run for its money. And a lot of you, if you don't know it, the Jollibee's franchise is who's bringing in your Wendy's, your Burger Kings, your Taco Bells. All of those franchises are all brought into the Philippines through the Jollibee Corporation. So they become franchise. Ooh, I'm gonna get tongue-tied. They become franchises, even though they're a franchise company themselves, of those U.S. companies and bring them in. And then, if you don't know it, what's that called? Smash Burger? Isn't that what it is? Yeah, an old time up north burger franchise in the U.S. Jollibee Corporation 100% wholly owns Smash Burger from the United States now. So they are the first company on a global scale too to give McDonald's a run for its money. Pretty cool. The company's taking care of business, man, to go up against them. So pretty interesting. Maybe a little side information for some of you guys. Texas Bubblehead. There are 3 gods in Texas: Almighty, George Strait, and Buster Welch. John Cook, hello from Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you very much. We've got a super sticker here from Poets Corner again. George Strait is the best country singer ever. Gotta love old George, boy. Yeah, gotta love old George. I'll just tell you, I've been a bit of a rock and roller in my life, but even a rock and roller loves some good old solid country, like old George Strait. You know, gotta love it, man. Man, I really do enjoy his music. Hello from Dallas, Texas, and from Jesse, Randy Lee. George Strait's the best. Absolutely, boy. Gotta love some George. I love Don Williams, man. I really like Don Williams' music. Growing up, and we had big cab tractors, and we did commercial farm work as a kid. And as a young kid, that these kids are going around playing with clackers and staring at phones. As a young kid, for me, and for my cousins, we were on big, huge farm equipment. Big tractors, big articulating tractors, and big old folding plows and everything. And that equipment back at the time either had 8-track players or cassette decks. And man, we keep a selection of tapes there inside the tractor. No spoil farmers, right? Aircon and listen to music. But we also ran some other small equipment, some old 9-inch tractors, 8-inch. Yeah, some old Olivers, some old Internationals. My grandparents, they weren't really so much farmers on that scale as like some of my cousins and my dad had got into and all. So they maybe had an old Farmall, like a Cub or something like that, or what's that, Farmall M and all. I think one of my uncles still has a couple of those tractors, but I wasn't really on the Farmalls and all. We were more on big equipment, but I did cut my teeth on like an 8-inch and a 9-inch tractor in a Jubilee. Went up to the case. Now I'm talking about 6, 7 years old now, okay? And then by the time you're 8, 9, 10, man, we're up running big tractors, big equipment, new equipment, modern equipment. And so I digress on that, and I'll go back about the music. So, man, I'm jamming out things like Jethro Tull and Pink Floyd and Van Halen, and man, got my blood pumping out there, harvesting these crops or planting these fields or plowing under. So then you're ready to bring it down. So then you kick in some old school like Don Williams, and you'll kick in like John Conley or some Conway Twitty. And I like some outlaw country, so you always had to have your Johnny Paychecks and all of them, you know, and bring it down. But then next thing you know, your blood's slowing down, and you need to wake it back up in the tractor, and boom, you know, the next thing you're pumping out some Aerosmith, and good times, good times. And I still keep up with modern music. Believe it or not, I keep up with all new music by new artists that probably even teenagers will listen to. My wife will back me on this, and I listen to the new rock acts, I listen to pop acts. I love music in general of all genres, but I still like those good old country root music too, though. I don't like pop country. I'm gonna tell you, I don't like country that is more rock and roll. I want rock and roll to be rock and roll, and I want country to be country. So that's the way it is for me. So I don't get into the pop country acts. So here we are. Once you all hold on just for a second, I'm gonna run around the corner here. I need to instruct Joel and Nardo on how I'm wanting some surface prep for some tile before they put it down on this upper deck. Give me just a minute. Go grab yourself something to drink, or grab whatever your lunch is going to be according to where you're at, and take your bathroom break, and just give me 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. All right? I don't want to lose you guys. I'm enjoying my time with you. All right. Wow. Instead of losing people, I gain people. That's good. That's good. So appreciate that. I just want to get them in order exactly how I want this. That's why I stay hands-on here. All right. So I don't know where I was at, if the screen jumped while I was gone or anything. So let me scroll up here, because it looks like it may have, because I don't recognize these messages. I'll read down here and see. Exactly where I was at. All right, I was right here. I was right here. I was right here. All right, here we are. Here we are right here. So, what do you rent a guest room per week? Just get with me. Get with me privately. My email is in the video descriptions. Get with me privately. Put the title on there for the email on rental room per week, and give me some dates and times you're talking about as well. And I've got 2 different size rooms here, so there'll be 2 different prices. Melinda's processing all of our business restoration right now, so we'll figure out how we'll do that, because I want to stay on the up and up. Right now, anything we receive, we just donated into the local community through the local government, while they know that we're trying to get all this done. Bought paints and things and stuff for basketball courts and for the church and things like that. I think they just requested a couple fans that we could put up inside the little small church chapel up here. So we like doing those things, actually. We like it. It's part of being with Strong Community. We're a small little barangay here, and we're a close-knit little barangay here, and I like doing that stuff. But reach out through me through email, and we'll figure it out, how we'll do all that. If you're going to be staying once we have our business license and all, well then we can just, by then I'll be able to launch like via some sites. I don't know, I'm looking right now who we're going to join with, if we're going to do it through Airbnb, if we're going to do it through Red Doors, or which ones that we're going to do it through. Agoda and Booking.com are the same company now. If you guys don't know that, they bought in and joined together, so they are one entity now. Booking.com and Agoda are the same company now. But I'm doing my research on that, how we're going to handle that for bookings, and where we can get it set up to where things can be marked when guests are going to stay here, so what rooms will be available when. But definitely shoot me an email and shoot me a time frame, and I'll be able to get with you on that. Patrick, damn, thought you were going to say Carrot Top. Hello, I'm from Washington Coast. Well, hello from Washington Coast. Beautiful place. I really want to know how you get around being homesick. I seriously feel that's my only holdback, missing my grandson and such. You're going to go through those periods. I mean, you are. Get out and do some stuff. Make sure your life here is happy. Don't bury yourself behind 4 walls and the TV. Get out and enjoy and make the days pass fast. And there's lots of ways you can still stay in contact with family in this day and time, way easier than it was for people in the past. You've got all the video conferencing and stuff you can do, video calls and talking all. Stay in contact with your family. Make a regular schedule to talk to them and let them know you love them. And don't start breaking those links, okay? And you're in a better age and time in this world than ever to be able to keep those connections going. Of course, occasionally you're going to want to go back and visit them, or maybe get them to come see you. And that's a really great experience for even the younger people, your kids, your grandkids, to get out and see the world and something outside of the culture that they know. And then I'm guarantee you it will broaden their minds, and they will come out better people for it. Edward, hello Edward. This is a friend of ours right here. He's a viewer of our channel. Him and his girlfriend Jeannie Lynn, man, we really like them. She is a licensed Zumba instructor, and that girl, I'll just say it, she is badass, man. She is. That is one hyper chick right there. She will break it down doing that Zumba. She's a gorgeous girl. She's just a doll. I mean, she's just a doll to look at. She's a doll to be around. She's got a great personality. And man, can she throw it down with that Zumba. And Edward here, man, he is just a cool guy. We really like them a lot. She's here in the Iloilo area. I think she's doing a lot of Zumba over by Leon right now, if I'm not mistaken. but it's people that we have grown through this channel to personally know, and we really like. We really do. Cool people, cool people. And thanks for being here, buddy. Two beers. I'm going to go after Michelle of Iloilo, who has my cell phone that was pickpocketed from me at Jollibee in Molo. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Yeah, you handle what you got to do. I don't know really anything on what you're talking about. So, yeah, it sucks to be pickpocketed though, right? Right. Anthony, hello from Dallas, Texas, 105 today. Yeah, super hot there. JBS is saying he's at hello and at work at Edwards Air Force Base, California. Thank you, sir, for joining in. Thank you for your service that you do to keep that great nation and many others protected from the crazy things that happen in this world. Thank you for your service. Two beers. Oh, and Daryl is saying good night to CC. Y'all hug before you go, okay? Blow each other kisses. That's some friends I had banner with right there. Two beers. Tip for ballot buying boxes. Glue the flaps with carpenter's glue and they can't flex. Remember, the box is square, but if they can't pick it up, they will roll the box around. Boy, ain't that true? That's probably a good suggestion. Let me give you a better suggestion. You can go like to your local hardware place in the U.S., say like Home Depot or Lowe's, and they have this, what they call it, utility plywood. It's like an 1/8 inch thick or 1/4 inch thick. Sometimes it's sold as underlayment, right? It's really cheap per sheet. Don't cost very much. Little thin plywood. I mean, that'd be number grade plywood here in this country, and it's thin and it's cheap. Take that stuff, cut you so that plywood will protect the bottom more against getting busted and the top, and you can get many pieces cut out of 1 4x8 sheet of that, what they call utility plywood. It's real thin, 1/8 inch, or you can get 1/4 inch, and real easy to cut it, make it the size. And if you got something that you really need to protect, you can even make you an inner liner slide side pieces in. We've done it many times, and it'll protect from a hole getting punched into the side of the box, and definitely from it becoming from square to round, as he's saying. A good suggestion, and I'm glad you said that, so we can both give a little tip right there. You know, most of the damages are not by your Ford or whoever you use. All those boxes end up with a local delivery service in whatever city you're in. So all these Forders, all these different brands will be coming in, and they'll go to this Forders that are locally, and they throw them on these trucks and go deliver them. And they're the guys that's so rough with your boxes. They could have got treated with kid gloves the whole way to the Philippines until they hit them guys, and then they are just brutal with them. Man, they are. So definitely might be worth your investment to buy a cheap sheet of plywood and chop it up and line your boxes with them. If not, at least the top and bottom. So we got right here, we got John. Hello, James, long-time subscriber from Northern California. John, I appreciate you tuning in, and I want to tell you, Mel and I, when last May, when we went back to U.S. and we rented a vehicle and we went up that California coastline, only between L.A. to San Francisco, man, did we love it. It changed my whole views that I had had about California. I hadn't really spent a lot of time in California besides bouncing in an airport, right? We loved it. And now we have a thirst to go explore California, and on a way greater scale, kind of tongue-tied here, on a way greater scale. And I can just imagine how much more beauty there is in your state up north that we have not got to see. So I really look forward to Mel and I going up there. We're going to go spend time in these places. Paul, hello. James, hello to you. Don't forget Bob Willis, that's funny. Lawrence. John Croner, keep up the great work. Roundabout, hello from Central Florida. Been married to a Filipino for almost 30 years. and nearing retirement. We're debating on building a home in PI now and then. Well, I have no regrets personally. I love where we're at. I love the community where we're at. It's a small town here that has great leadership. We have good leadership all around. And the Iloilo province has a great governor, and Iloilo city has probably one of the best mayors that any city could ask for anywhere. And I love the lifestyle we have. Does it have hiccups sometimes? Yes. But I love it as an overall whole. I love it. And for 30 years, wow. Well, you know the Filipino life, being married to a Filipina. Now maybe finish it here in the Philippines, and enjoy this culture now for a while directly, instead of like through a proxy or secondhand. And I appreciate you enjoying the videos. Thank you so much. Lawrence giving Willie and Waylon and the boys. Yeah. Willie, Waylon, and the boys. Yeah. What is that? Lukenbach, Texas? Let's see. Verdell, what's the cost of Starlink over there? Go to Starlink's website. It's the best I can tell you, Verdell. I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, but go to them. You get a way better deal buying it here than buying it in the States, especially on the monthly cost. Alan Woods, ever think of carving or making patterns in your concrete forms? I thought about it. It's just labor intensive and just personally not worth it to me, okay? But if you want to do that, enjoy it. Try it, man. Sounds like it could be a fun project. Leatherneck Tony and Asia Adventures. Good morning for Cebu. Good morning to you. John Baucom. James spent quite a bit of time at PI, Subic Bay, during 2 deployments to Vietnam, 71, 73. Love to be back, but health and age are negative. Well, up in that area, there is a VA hospital, so you've got that benefit for you right there. Contrary to what some people want to believe, there is some great health care in this country. There are some great doctors in this country. Mel and I know this firsthand. I went to doctors for years in the United States before for a problem I had since a teenager. They never caught it. I had ongoing health issue that the doctors found it right here. A general doctor found it right here fast in the Philippines, saved my life. That all the doctors I've been to and specialists in the U.S. and all the money been spent through insurances, never found. And I'm here doing good like I am, thanks to the Philippine doctors, not thanks to the U.S. doctors. So that's a two-way street on that one. And I can tell you more and more stories as well. But there is great health care here, and you do have VA benefits here. So maybe that might help you out. I hope that maybe you could come visit. And things have probably changed, though. Things have changed for sure. Some people like it the old way. Some people like the new modernization. I like both. I miss some of the more simple things of the Philippines as it's modernizing, and it's went from what maybe they call third world to a developing nation. It's changing, but I'm happy for the people that their lives are some people's lives are less of a struggle, but there's many people still really struggling here. It's not a fixed situation. Ray, hello James, watching from California, enjoying your channel. Thank you so much. Radley, do you miss Black Angus steak? Heck yes, I do. Case closed. Heck yes, I do. Boy, that's gonna be one of the first things we do stateside. DIY Outdoors. Good morning, James. Talking about beams. My dad built a house in PI back in the 90s, and my mom refused to agree putting second story slab flooring. Yeah. Not done right. It could be a trap if there's an earthquake, but this thing is overbuilt. Let me see what's going on here with the next one. And that's interesting. Built a house back in the 90s. Who has the house now? Is your mom still there? Do you go to it? Are you there at it? Mike E. Hey James and Mel, hello to you. Charles Reeder, hi from San Quentin. Well, hello to you. 2 beers. If and when you get a depth sounder for your boat, get a dual frequency sounder. Now this is something I'm interested in. Then you can tell what bottom is and what actually the thermocline. I have fishing gear for 5 people, and I ran a charter. You know, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things I'm knowledgeable on, but saltwater fishing is, I mean, of course I know how to fish, but the little caveats that really make you have successful runs in fishing, I'm wanting to learn on. Now, my boat had just like a basic depth finder, you know, just a little small reading on a little gauge, you know, 6 feet, 10 feet, 100 feet, but not something that really gives true detail or anything like that. I'm going to upgrade it. Now, Patrick Ward, our viewer and friend that was here yesterday, he says that he has his setup that he kept off his boat that he sold back in the U.S. I hit him up if he's interested to sell me that, it's a you know, larger screen, multi-unit, you know, does plotting, depth finding, weather, everything. I would like to buy it from him. He mentioned something about just give it to me. I don't want a gift. I would rather buy something. Gifts can run friendships sometimes, you know. And I don't want to feel any obligations or anything. I want to pay for something and it's mine, period. I'm sure some of you know exactly what I mean. But if he's willing to sell it, I would be interested in buying his. Tell me without spending thousands of dollars. I'm not interested in doing that. Tell me a good brand that you suggest. I'm going to listen to you. Write me personally so I can sit down and maybe we can bounce some messages with each other. That's something I'm very interested in. Roy Crook, get one of your guest rooms ready and lease it to me full time. Well, no, I won't do any full time. I just brought down the big water tank and set it over here. Getting ready to tile the top deck. Now I won't do any full times. Did you buy your solar system in the U.S. and ship it to the Philippines, or you bought it there? So it's a piecemeal, okay? I bought everything here except my combiner box, my PV combiner box. I bought that online in the U.S. and then brought it here. And I got one more of them brand new I'm going to bring here also. My inverters, I bought them from MPP Solar in Taiwan, not through a seller. I bought them directly from them, and I've dealt directly with them. And they shipped it here, and I've had them here for a while now, for a few years here now. My solar panels, I bought them from a local seller here in Iloilo, and as you know in the recent video, I just bought more panels, and I bought them from another local seller here in Iloilo, a guy named Charlie, and I would probably locally work with Charlie to do some solar work for some of my friends, and I want a little bit of say-so and making sure what he's putting in. But Charlie seems to be a great guy. I like him. We have a mutual friend as well, another foreigner, and I like Charlie, and I would probably suggest putting you with Charlie if you were here in this area, Panay Island or maybe in McCulloch, to do some work. But everything has been bought here, either through online or buying it locally, other than my combiner boxes. I bought switches and everything locally. Let's see what else. Didn't do no shipment here. It's all available here, and there's good prices. Hey James, Tom from Chicago. Did you prune the coconut trees behind you? Yes, Melinda had them pruned up. She gave my haircut. High and tight. Yep, high and tight. So let's see what else we got here. Sunray moonbeams. I saw that Radley. I guess they're talking about Pierre and Pam's retaining wall. I don't know. It must be a channel or something I'm not familiar with. I don't know what they're talking about. Somebody must have had a retaining wall fall. Wouldn't doubt that. Adequate bar out of these columns tied to the verticals. Yeah, you never know, man. I'm curious who y'all talking about. Share that to me. I'll go check out and see what happened. Stephen, hello from Houston in the fishing world. Mel is a keeper. Yes, she is. Do not throw her back into the ocean. Mel is an absolute keeper. I love that woman. Boy, I love that woman. I could not ask the Lord to give me a better companion and mate. I love that woman. No doubt, I love that woman, boy. Hello from Houston is Steven. So hello to you down there, by the way. Love Houston. Roy Crook, I really need to retire somewhere like your situation. It's a good situation. I need a small place for sleeping, maybe making a sandwich. Well, they can be found. Listen, Roy, if you decide you want to be in the Iloilo area, we can help you find a quaint, small place. I know where some are. It's going to be more basic, Filipino type living, you know. Don't mean you're going to be living in a nipple hut, but we know some people that have apartments at their house, or they have made like their house like a duplex, or different things like that. It is still a home, but it's going to be small and quaint and affordable, and you may not have like the most nice, most new amenities, but you can live a very simple, quiet life. And if you choose like Iloilo, let us know, and we can probably help you find one of those places. Just being friendly. We've already helped several others. Okay? And you can probably get really affordable now. I'm telling you, really affordable. And I hope you find that peaceful place. 2 beers. It seems that you're buffering pretty steadily around 5 minutes like clockwork. Yeah, it's going to be satellites passing over because I have that satellite dish setting where I can just reach over and set it on the roof. And of course, there's some big columns in that tower for where the wind generator and it all is over there that's probably blocking that particular view when those satellites are zooming over. Remember, these are not fixed satellites in a geostationary orbit. These are moving in low Earth, and they are hauling butt passing over. And so that Starlink, that's not on a fixed position, and the dish don't have to move for every satellite. That's a unique how that board's made in there, and it has a whole bunch of holes in it, and it's the way it's receiving signals. It's receiving signals, and it's beginning to search and find signals from one satellite after another as they're zooming over. So it's constantly making new connections. And that's how their system works, not off a fixed position. And by me having something in the way over on one side is my fault, not Starlink's fault. Don't blame them for what I've done, because I want it where I can set it down. I still take it with us going places. And so I'm causing it to miss some satellites as they're passing over. It's my fault. I could probably get up there and crawl up on the roof and go sit it somewhere else. But like here after a while, we may have strong winds, and I don't want to permanently tie it down. And so just bear with me. It's my fault. It's not Starlink. Starlink's actually doing really good. So I want to share that right there. I was telling that rice is huge in Southeast Texas. Yep. Rice is big in California. There you go. See, I didn't even realize that they're really raising rice in California, so I'm learning something. They need to start raising crawfish in the rice fields here. Second income, I agree with you greatly on that. Not only do you get a second income and a food source, but the excrement, the poop from the crawfish, they only eat a little bit of the plant, but what they give back in their excrement is a natural fertilizer, which makes the rice produce even more. So it is a win-win. But change is hard here. It is so hard here. Beaumont, Texas produces rice and ships all over the world. Yes, it does. Port Neches, Texas is checking in. Thank you much. It's a hello from San Antonio. Hello from Houston. Thank you all for joining in right here. Roy, I totally understand. I'm a very private person, and I wouldn't put that burden on you guys. I'm going to move on up here a little bit more. We'll probably wrap this up here in a little bit. I hope I haven't hurt nobody's feelings if I miss anybody. Not wanting to give anybody priority over another. I do want to say that I see that some memberships have joined. I appreciate that. I've seen some more. I'm definitely behind on the comments, and I'm going to read them later. But I just want to tell you all, I really appreciated these past couple of hours, and almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 44 minutes. You know, it's not very common for me to do this. I love the questions that's coming in. I love the information. I really appreciate all of you so much. Let's do this again here soon. Maybe we can do a beachside, because with Starlink I can take it down to the beach. I have a power source we ran out there near the beach. We'll do a beachside by the shore. We can possibly do one from the boat sometime. We'll do a live stream floating out on the water on the boat. What do you guys think about that? Maybe next time I have Melinda involved, but Melinda, I didn't want to take her from what she's doing. She's doing some yard cleanup projects and setting up some stone. She's got something going on that I just want to stay out of her way. Don't get in that woman's way, I tell you. And so she didn't have no clue I was going to do this, and I didn't want to just throw her on the camera when she's not ready. So I appreciate all of you. I think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to go back and read the rest of your comments privately, though, because I appreciate you taking time to comment. And so I just can't say enough of how much that this channel appreciates its viewers, the people that we meet, the people that we haven't got to meet yet, the support you give us, the time, and wherever you're at out there tonight, tomorrow, and the days ahead. Stay safe, stay cool, cool in your personality, cool in your temperature, and we'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care, and we're going to send big love to you.